to me my hair itch. My hair itch pose. Hey guys, welcome to So Aldo. On today's tutorial, we are going to do a merger. So this is the merger I'm talking about. I'm going to be merging these two garments together, and I am super excited about this. I got this stuff from the thrift store from two separate trips. So yeah, I went to Goodwill. I found these skirts, so I thought this is like a good project for me to try because I have been wanting to mix prints for a long time. I hope you like this sewing projects for beginner. I absolutely love doing thrift flips or thrifted transformation just because I love going shopping at the thrift store and buying some vintage garments and reimagining them. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications so you will get notified whenever I release a new sewing tutorial for beginner. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I did was search on Pinterest for some inspirations. I just typed in mixed print outfit, street style. So it showed a bunch of outfit ideas. I really love this combination right here. I also browsed on Google and I also typed in the same thing, mixed print outfits, and it showed a bunch of ideas that I can also use as inspiration, just making sure that the prints that I'm using are complementing each other. Now that I have a clear idea on what I want to turn this dress into, I decided to add sleeves on the dress. So first, I am going to trace the armhole to make the sleeve pattern. So I'm just going to trace it on a big sheet of paper. The sleeve length is going to be 3/4, so it's going to be 17 inches long, and that is including the seam allowances. The inseam is going to be 14 inches, and as you can see, I kind of angled it a little bit. I will add about 1 centimeter seam allowance right here. I placed the sleeve pattern on the upper part of the skirt just to make sure that I have enough fabric. So after I figured out that I have plenty, I am going to cut off about 11 inches off of the hemline, and I will use that for the ruffle. Wait a minute, I think it's gonna work. As you can see, the waistband, I can actually use it as my cuff right here. So that is the waistband. It's a flat waistband. I'm just going to place my pattern right on there, and look, it's a perfect length right there. I'm just going to trace it right here, okay? Yay. I love it when a sewing project is just like naturally cooperating with you. Okay, it's my lucky day. I also cut off the plackets because we don't want that unnecessary bulkiness on the sleeves. I am just going to sew it right here. match the underarm seam. Okay, and then clip it. So I always like to find the seams first and then the center fold. That I clip it together. As you can see, if you follow the process that I showed you earlier, just it will fit perfectly. This one doesn't need to be easy, just because it fits like a glove. See? And then I'm just going to sew it all the way around, and I will do the same thing on the other sleeve. So the moment of truth, I'm going to turn the dress right side out, and now we have sleeves. I'm liking it so far, so I'm gonna try it on and see how much fabric I'm going to trim off of this. So today I am going to Ross. I am going to go shop for some church clothes for my children. So there's Ross, there is Hobby Lobby. I might go to Kirkland's as well, and maybe Tuesday morning. Yeah, it's a little late already, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to go to all of the stores that I mentioned, but my priority is Ross and then Hobby Lobby. So I will see you in a little bit. Okay, so I just finished shopping at Ross. I bought quite a few shoes for my girls. They were like such a good deal, and I hope they fit. Yeah, so because that's like the struggle. Yeah, that is my struggle. Whenever I buy them a pair of shoes, they don't fit, but I got a few shoes and hopefully they'll fit. So anyway, it's time to go to Walmart and pick up some groceries. That was a quick trip. Now it's time to go back to sewing. I needed to trim off about 11 inches from the hemline of this dress. Now it's time to work on the ruffles. I am going to cut off those plackets. We won't be needing those. I will then match the side seam, and I'm going to join it right here. After that, I am also going to finish the raw edge, and then I will gather it. So first I am going to fold it. I am going to finish the raw edge by folding it and then sew it all the way around, and then fold it one more time and then sew it all the way around again. So I will be doing it twice. I guess you can do a double fold, but for beginner, this is actually a little easier, this method that I'm showing you. And plus, this type of material that I'm using is very soft, so that's why I ended up doing it this way. So I hem it the way I hemmed it. I basically double rolled it. So now it's time to gather this ruffle. So I stitch 2 rows of base stitch here, and I am going to gather it, matching the seam or the hemline. You are still watching this sewing projects. Thank you so much for staying with me. I really appreciate that. Right, I don't have to hem it just because it's already finished. So I'm just going to distribute this. Just place it on the top. I am sewing the ruffle on the right side of the fabric. That is the reason why I finished the raw edge earlier, because I want that to show on the outside of the dress. So basically I will be top stitching it. And I'm also taking my time just because I don't want the gathers to move while I am sewing. Another sewing tip for beginners, this is important that you use a base stitch first just because it's much easier. If it's not even, you can easily pull the threads out and redo it again. Now it's time to make a self-tie belt just to make the look cohesive. I am going to be using a long strip of fabric about 60 inches long, and this is 4 inches wide. I ended up sewing 2 pieces of fabrics together to make this long strip of fabric. I basically just fold it in half. Right sides of the fabrics are facing each other, and then I'm going to sew it, leaving an opening so I can turn the belt right side out. Then I will turn the belt right side out using a pencil, or you can also use a safety pin, whatever you want to use. Just be sure that you don't poke a hole through the belt. I gave it a good press and the dress is done. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this simple dress tutorial. If you are inspired, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to click the subscribe button and also hit the notification so you will get notified whenever I post a new sewing tutorial for beginner. I will see you in the next one. Bye!